Okay, so now let's take a look at how taxes has a direct impact on the growth of your money. In Module 1, we talked about building your financial foundation. We talked about compound interest and how compound interest doesn't, just look like this. There's a lot more to it. In fact, we looked at the impact of losses and how that can really have a negative impact on your, the growth of your money and on compounding interest. And now we want to dive in to see how taxes can have an impact on the growth of your money as well. In fact, taxes are actually one of the largest wealth transfers for most families. And so it's one of the biggest holes in your financial bucket. And if you are paying $1 in taxes that you didn't need to be paying because you didn't know about other options or how to avoid that, it's not just that you're paying $1 in taxes. It's the opportunity cost, right? So for every dollar that goes towards taxes, that dollar is not earning interest. It's not compounding. So it's not just about compounding interest. It's about compounding interest on all of your money and not paying some of it towards taxes. If all that money could also be compounding interest, you would be so much further ahead. So let's take a look at some specific numbers. To keep this simple, we're going to look at $100,000. So if you have $100,000 that is growing interest in a taxable account, and even if you're not making any annual contributions, just to keep the math simple in this example, and if you're earning a 5% return on your money, and we're going to look over a 20-year time frame, and we're going to look at a 20% effective tax rate. So what we're getting charged 20% in taxes on that money. Whether it's income tax, capital gains tax, whatever the case may be, we're just saying 20%. Okay, so as this money grows, okay, we have $100,000, and we're going to look at what we call compounding interest. This chart right here is going to show you what happens when you have $100,000 growing at 5% interest. So as we look over time here, and we look at how that money grows, we can see that just in 10 years, our money has now grown to $162,000. We've already earned over $7,000, almost $8,000 of interest, right? But what else is happening? You'll notice that we've had to pay $12,000 so far in taxes. That means that this is lifestyle money. So I'm not showing you paying the taxes out of the account. I'm saying that come tax time, when you get a tax bill, you are paying an extra $12,000 in taxes. Well, in that particular year, you're paying $1,500 for that year. But over the first 10 years, you have paid in taxes an extra $12,000 so far. So as time goes on, and we're looking at this over a 20-year window, yes, it's true, your $100,000 does compound interest to $265,000. But along the way, you paid a total of $33,000 in taxes because you had to pay taxes on the growth of that money, because your money was in an account that was growing and being, charged taxes on the growth of that money. So for example, let's say you go out and open up a brokerage account with TD Ameritrade and you pick your favorite stock. Maybe you like Tesla. So you buy some Tesla stock, and this money is growing and it's compounding interest and it's gaining, right? But you're being charged taxes on the growth of that money, which you're writing a check out of your pocket. That's affecting your lifestyle, right? But more importantly, let's rewind the tape here and let's turn on what we call opportunity cost. Because remember, it's not just that you're growing all of this money inside of a taxable account, and it's not just that you're paying all these taxes, right? But the money that you're paying in taxes could have earned a net of 4% in this example because of the tax bracket and everything, right? So if that money didn't go towards taxes each year, which affected your lifestyle, of course, if that money could have been invested at a 5% return, right, then think of how much further ahead you would have been. In fact, it's not that you have $265,000 in your account possibly, but you've paid $46,000 in taxes and lost opportunity cost for a net of $219,000. So if you want your money to actually be $265,000, then you have to have your money in an account where it grows tax-free. And that is a big difference between $219,000 and $265,000. That is what we call a major wealth transfer. That is transferring away a lot of money unnecessarily in most cases. So you just need to know how to grow your money in a tax-free environment, all right, or in a tax-deferred environment. And we'll talk about all those different options in these upcoming lessons.